Hey guys, what's going on? This is Sergeant Merrill, and we're back to War Thunder to check out an elevated level of challenge in historical mode. Alright gentlemen, here we are with the King Cobra in War Thunder, and this is historical mode. Which means there is a lot more realism incorporated in this. It's going to be a lot more of a challenge for myself and my team that I have behind me. Now, we're using the King Cobra, which is, as I've said before, very much an executor. This thing has some massive weaponry with it, including the cannon and the 4 Browning machine guns. And this is going to be one of the first times bringing it into historical mode. Which is going to mean I'm going to have to play it a little differently. I can't go balls to the wall shooting, you know, guns and then leaving and coming back and shooting, because you can't reload on the fly in historical mode. You got to go land, which is definitely going to change the cautious nature, I think, of my engagements. I'm very much going to have to burst fire more, which is good, because that's the way you're supposed to play with this, you know, with this plane to begin with. You're supposed to burst fire. You know, the guns can jam, guns can quickly run out of ammo, and then if you don't have any ammo, you're just a sitting duck. You're just a target for the enemy. And I think this is going to be really interesting. Looks like we got another King Cobra on our team. 2 F4Us, so 3, 4. This must be extremely popular for some reason. I haven't flown that particular airplane just yet, but we do have another King Cobra on our team, and I think this is going to be a challenge. In historical mode, you have to have a lot more patience. It's not all about the fast-paced action that you get in arcade mode. You're in actual battles that happened, and you can only use one airplane. You don't get any respawn, so you pick your one plane that you're going to bring into battle, and it has to be associated with the country in that historical battle. So these are only American airplanes that are flying with me. It really makes it interesting. It's something that you can get into. Now, I don't know too much about this particular battle that we're in, but it does perk my interest. I'd be very much interested to learn more about it. Hopefully I don't die right away. Now, there's a lot more things you need to consider when you're in historical mode as far as the realism level. G-force can make your pilot pass out. You know, if you're coming down in a dive too fast and you pull right up, you can rip your wings off. Your guns can jam. You have to be much more methodical, much more patient, and much more intelligent about your engagements. Now, they're looking for us to take Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. And it looks like a large majority of my guys are heading toward Alpha. So I'm going to join them in that effort. This being one of my first times in historical mode, I don't think I know enough to make a significant difference on my own. Alright. Those are our ground targets right down there, and I cannot wait. They just announced, or just shown some screenshots today of some of the tanks and different ground units that you're going to be able to control later in the game. I cannot wait for that to come out. When those units are actual player-controlled units, it's really going to add to the excitement of this game. So we're coming in on Alpha. I don't have any bombs. I don't want to sit here and waste all my ammo shooting at tanks and stuff. So I'm going to be focused on executing enemy warplanes. Now there we see our first. I don't want to get too excited. BF 109. Now he's definitely going to have more friends joining him very soon. This F4U just jumped right into the action. Looks like the BF 109 is getting on his tail. We'll see if we can't lend some assistance. This looks like 2 planes here. The F4U is definitely outrunning that BF-109. Gotta burst it, gotta burst it. Lead him correctly, because we don't get those leading lines that we do in arcade mode. And we are tearing this guy apart. Following him very well. I'm very happy with this right now. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on. Lead him correctly, lead him correctly. He's diving really fast. Okay, okay, we're gonna break away just a little bit. Break away just a little bit. Let him do that turn there. I don't want to run completely out of ammo on shots that I know I can't make. We did some significant damage. Let's see how crippled he actually is. It looks like my cannon is completely out of ammo now. I did as much damage as I possibly could to this guy, but we're gonna have to go back and reload. Definitely something I'm not used to. We're getting some fire from those cannons over there. Alright, let's make it not easy for them to hit us. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring back my throttle. Man, it's one hell of a flight coming back to reload. And I think that's going to make me be even more patient with my engagements. I missed some shots with that, with my cannon. I only got 30 rounds for my cannon. I missed some shots that I know could have taken him down. So I could have been a lot smarter than that. And again, I'm going to be really patient with my approach on this airfield. Because this is the situation where if you miss the airfield and you got to take another turn, you're losing time in which you could be out there helping your buddies. And you don't get to reload. You know, you don't get to respawn. So your time on that battlefield is crucial, and you need to make every second of it worth it. And this landing field just could not be further away. I'm telling you. It's so frustrating, you know, watching your teammates. Are they doing well? Are they doing bad? I can only imagine what pilots were going through in their heads at this time when they had to go back to reload, or maybe they had to go back to repair their plane, and they're just thinking, you know, my buddies are out there. Bring down our landing gear, bring down our throttle. And my buddies are out there, they're dying, they need my help. Can you imagine the feeling? Alright, we're going to bring it all the way down. Nice, smooth little landing here. Oh, get back on the airfield. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. There we go. Nice, smooth landing. Let's take a look behind us, make sure we're not getting approached by anything. Brake, 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 brake. Alright, and once we're done repairing and reloading, we're going to go back out here with the King Cobra. Alright, so we're repaired, we're reloaded, and we're taking off again to go help our buddies out. Now if we look at the top there, we can see that we are not significantly losing this fight, but we could definitely use some more help, and that's what I'm looking to go do. Gonna bring that landing gear up. I gotta remember, only 30 rounds on this cannon, 1,000 rounds with the Browning machine guns. So you have to use that wisely, especially the cannon. With only 30 rounds, that can be gone in just a couple seconds. We have another painstaking flight back out to the battlefield. But again, it only builds the anticipation. Alright, so we're getting closer to the battlefield. I'm working on gaining altitude, because we can use that to our advantage to gain speed and advantage later on, as we've discussed before. And I'm noticing that I only see one enemy warplane. Now, it just could be because that's the only thing in sight at the moment, but if we do take out all their warplanes, we do win this fight. And that would be outstanding. And again, you know, I can't imagine how these matches are going to go when these ground units are player controlled. And when you take out all the enemy warplanes, the match won't be over. You still have the ground fight. And imagine the advantage you would have once you do, as a warplane, do not need to worry about enemy warplanes. What an advantage. What a turkey shoot that would turn into. So this game is only going to get better. So I see the one warplane that they have over there. We have 3 friendlies on him. And we just might be able to turn this into our favor if we take him down. And he is the only one. Because the player-controlled units, or the ground units are not player-controlled, once you destroy the enemy warplanes, the round is won. And it is a little frustrating that I had to go back to reload. You know, I really wanted that kill. But it does lend to, you know, learning. I'm going to be going back through how that engagement turned out and how I could have maybe went about it a little bit better. And now we're starting to work on their ground units. That F4U is going to work. And just look at the amount of detail in the ground. Getting some fire for some anti-air. And something you also need to consider is you do have fuel. There is such thing as fuel time in this game. So, you know, once you're at a point where you're really far out from your base, you need to start keeping an eye on your fuel, because you could be put in a position where you will not make it back. And how interesting would that be, trying to coast your way back to the airfield? Alright. Hostile team has lost all of its aircraft. So that's this game. That is this match. And we only played a small part in the victory, but that small part does go a long way considering how difficult this particular match is.